What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. 19-year-old Rachel Perry decided that it would be a good idea to do an adult film scene with a company called Ghetto Gaggers. Now, for people who don't know what Ghetto Gaggers is, it's a very controversial series. It includes white men, generally speaking, Caucasian men, doing very race-related, angry, abusive things to African-American women. She was paid $2,000 for this scene, and when she was held accountable by her community and by the people around her, by her family, this is what she said in response. At the end of the day, I don't give a F who's seen anything. I got paid almost $2,000 for that video. You think I give a F? And then y'all still paying to watch it, so y'all must like my freaky ass. And I'm sure this would have went under the bridge, but what really made it go viral and what really made it a big deal is the fact that her grandmother commented on the video also. And this is what her grandmother said. I have never been so embarrassed, humiliated, and felt so degraded in all of my 68 years. Don't ever call me your grandmother again as long as you live. Get the family pictures the hell off your page and forget that you have one. You were given everything any child could want, and you were talking about $2,000 like that's money. That's not porn. That's being a 50-cent street hoe, live for everyone to see. Your brother, the one that's a producer in California, and the one in Jersey called. They were in tears and disbelief. I'm done with you, and so is everyone else. Your first cousin didn't want to show it to me. I forced him to. Let's see if that $2,000 can help you gain your dignity and self-respect. And what made this kind of controversial was the fact that she decided to cancel or to kick her granddaughter out of her family. But I couldn't agree with her anymore. And I've seen this happen so many times. There are just some people that want to go against the grain, and they will do it for attention. And they will do it by any means necessary. They will throw your family legacy under the bus because they just want to be the black sheep. They just want to be a rebel. They don't care about the rules. They don't care about the plan. They don't care about where their family wants to go. They will do whatever it takes to sabotage that mission. And that just exists. And those people have to be out of your life. Her mother responded by saying this: delete this effing page now. You got your whole effing family involved in this effing stuff. How effing dare you represent me and your father like this? We gave you everything that a child could effing desire, and this is what you do? Come back to who loves you. Come back to who supports you. Come back to your roots. Baby, your mother loves you. If anyone else does, take this page down. You are a queen. How could you give a F about $2,000 when you get more than that sitting at home? Should I post your Cash App for me? Don't play stupid-ish like that ever again, like we some penny pinching B-words. You dropped the ball, now pick it the F back up. Literally right before she committed this degrading act, they asked her about her mother and her father, and she went on to say her father passed away, but her mother was still there.
Tell me honestly though, none of your folks know you're doing this?
No.
What do you think they're going to say when they find out?
I mean, I'm grown, so they can't really say anything.
Now, ain't you go to family dinner? What about church on Sundays?
No.
No? Nothing?
No.
Do you still speak to your family?
Yes.
Mom and dad both in the picture?
My dad passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. That's my mother.
You're going to make her proud.
Literally right before you did this, you mentioned your father, you knew he passed away, and you thought that this would be a way to represent his legacy. Absolutely disrespectful. Now, because she's been getting backlash, as she should, people want this sexual liberation movement and think that this is going to be all peaches and cream, right? But at the end of the day, you do have the right to do whatever you want to do. If you want to sell your body on social media or go online and do whatever you want to do, that's cool. But understand, you will not be respected. You will lose your self-respect. You will lose your dignity. How much is that dignity worth? That's up to you. For Lana Rhoades, it was worth $5 million. She made $5 million in the industry, and a person that's as successful as her still hates the backlash that she gets from the image that she cannot get rid of.
Honestly, some of my experiences are really humiliating for me, and I wish that they never happened. Sorry.
Oh, don't cry.
Told myself it was negative.
Now I'm crying. I'm like, God damn it. No, don't cry.
I'm
It's
just
okay.
giving some examples, but
And that's what you're selling once you decide to take this road. So yeah, do whatever you want to do. That's what the sexual liberation movement teaches. But also be willing to accept what comes with that. There are always consequences, good or bad, for the things that we do. And this is part of that consequence. Now, as she was receiving that backlash, This is how she responded. Like, I really hate people, and it's sad. Yeah, I can't go back from what I did, but y'all really did the most involving my mother like I'm some little ass girl. What I do don't make me who I am, remember that. You judge people so much just to make yourself look good. This is for any women that decide they want to go into sex work. If you want to go into OnlyFans, if you want to go into doing actual just adult videos, do whatever you want to do, but just understand the consequences that come with it. Now, my problem is when those consequences come, society doesn't want to deal with you. People are going to degrade you. People are not going to respect you. When all of that comes after all the money runs out, you then go back and blame society. No, we don't have a problem. If I decide as a man to go and sell drugs, I can do that, but then if I go get locked up, I go and get locked up. That's my consequence for going and selling drugs, right? Your consequence for selling your body online is going to be you're not going to be respected. Now, if you're okay with that, do whatever you want to do. Just make sure you put that money in a smart and safe place, because a lot of these women, they live that lifestyle and they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They want to go out and buy the nice cars. They want to go out and have the latest purse, the latest heels. All of that money goes out as quick as it comes in. And at the end of the day, they have nothing. They're used and abused. At least the career women, the women that focus on careers, have career skills. They never took the time to develop themselves as human beings. So now they're 32. They all used up from the industry, and they have no applicable career skills. They don't know how to be wives. Not only that, but you're also accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I know a person that was very close to me. I'll say that sold drugs for a very long time. And one of the hardest parts about not selling drugs when they wanted to quit was understanding that if you quit, that money ain't coming in no more. When you know you can make a phone call and make $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, it's very hard to then go and start flipping burgers at McDonald's, right? So these people get used to a certain lifestyle. They try to uphold that lifestyle. They spend the money as fast as it comes in, and then when everything is all said and done, they try to go back and blame society for the choices that they made. And you can go and scream slut shaming all you want. At the end of the day, men don't like this kind of behavior. Men don't want to invest in women that have been around the block. Men don't want to invest in women that have videos of themselves being humiliated on the internet. And that internet ain't ever going to go away. So people have to understand that it's never going anywhere. And a lot of these movements, the slut shaming, the fat shaming, a lot of these movements are just trying to tell men to not have standards for the women that are in their lives. Slut shaming is telling men, hey, if a woman goes out and sells herself and decides to go and sleep with all these men, you still have to accept her. Fat shaming, they're saying, oh, if a woman eats herself into obesity or to an early grave, you still have to accept that as a man. You cannot have standards. Even, I mean, look at the transphobic thing, right? They're saying if a man doesn't want to date a transgender woman, he's transphobic.
To answer your question, yes, that is transphobic. If you don't want to date a trans woman just based off of the fact that she's trans, that is transphobic. That is rooted in homophobia, transphobia. That's bigotry. Point blank, period.
All this stuff are just ways to shame men into not having standards for the people that they deal with in their lives. And as men, we cannot afford to not have standards, and especially when it comes to the women that we deal with, especially when we know that women have huge advantages in the court system. You have to have standards as a man. If you just laying around and sleeping with any woman just because they're available or just because you feel like you don't have enough options, you look desperate, number one. Number two, you can easily be taken advantage of. And the more you have as a man, the more you have to lose, and the more you have to have your standards high. In her case in particular, she decided that her image was worth $2,000. She decided that her respect was worth $2,000. She decided that her family legacy was worth $2,000. And that's on her. As an adult, unfortunately, at 19, you are considered an adult. Some adults go on and get $60,000 into debt via college. Some adults go and fight wars for natural resources. Some adults decide to smoke cigarettes. Those are all decisions that you can make as a consenting adult, and this is a decision you decided to make, so face the consequences. Till next time.
My boo, I'm just here for the rendezvous, and I came the whole damn groove, cause I've been feeling like you want me to. He say stop saying I'm like so I can't help myself when I pull up.